Welcome my beautiful broskis to yet another absolute banger motherflipping game. This one features mutating enemies, fungal infestations, planet-destroying weapons, and a crap ton of weird things that will make even the most stubborn of humans crack open a smile. And this bald guy right here, his name is Papa Slim, and he simply loves to hunt down all the video game gems, so you don't have to. My mission here is to show them to you so that they get more recognition and more love, and that you have a better time living your life. Now, let's dive into Mycopunk. Hope I pronounced that right, by the way.
Finger guns.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. Oh, you actually have finger guns. Bang, bang.
First of all, a huge thank you to Devolver Digital for providing me with a review code and 3 extra ones so that I could actually play the game with someone. Now, Mycopunk drops into early access on June 10th, which should be the day that this video drops. I unfortunately have no information on the price at the writing of this script, so yeah, I simply don't know what the game will actually cost. So what is Mycopunk? Well, my brutal broskis, Mycopunk is an excellent co-op first-person shooter game. It lets you pick from 1 out of 4 classes, and it lets you play solo, with friends, or randoms online. Although randoms online or friends is an absolute preferred way to play this game. The game seems to scale depending on how many people are in the party, but a lot of the objectives and the actual fighting itself is so much more fun to experience with friends. It's without a doubt been designed with co-op first in mind. And the actual gameplay loop has you traveling to a fungal infested planet, completing various objectives and killing shit to get paid from the corporation that hired you to do this job. Rinse and repeat until you feel like you have done yours or actually filled up the research bar for the corporation that you're working for. But with about 6 hours of playtime, I haven't even reached 1% of that bar yet, so that might take some time. As I said, you travel to this planet, and currently the planet offers 4 different biomes that don't really differ all that much from each other. We complete objectives that range from connecting power cables, pushing buttons at the same time, killing enemies, sorting barrels, and blowing up planets. So down we go! Fight some morphing enemies, complete objectives, and gather the materials we need to further upgrade ourselves and our weapons. And in the end, you can create synergetic builds that focuses on different elements or damages like lightning, acid, and so on. It doesn't sound fresh, but it is very, very fresh. Let me jump into the game and show you and explain to you how it actually works, because the game does a really poor job at explaining it to you. Alright, here we go my brutal broskis. First, we got the 4 different classes. This one has a rocket lasso and an air dash. Rocket lasso can make you fly and you can pull enemies towards you. This one has a super jump and a shield that he can put up. This one puts up a pole that anyone can use to grapple and swing around with. It also has a jetpack so he can fly around. This one has a rocket salvo that can both hit enemies or heal your teammates. And it also has a wingsuit that makes you glide through the air. Let's pick the wingsuit. Okay. This is the hub world. The hub world is... It doesn't look like much when you see it like this first, but it's loaded with secrets, it's loaded with Easter eggs, and it's loaded with a shit ton of things to do. And you know, playing this game for the first time with your friends, and then you finding out that you can actually do this towards them seeing what is happening, that's just peak gaming right there. It's absolute peak gaming. Now, how does the upgrade system work? Well, up here you can see that you have your currency. This is the currency that you grind for in the missions. Each mission will tell you what kind of material it will give you. So if you're in need of saxonite, you pick a mission that drops saxonite. That's how that works. And then with this upgrade, or with this material, you have, first of all, your upgrade tree. As you level up, you unlock new slots that you can acquire, but to acquire you need this point, upgrade point, and then you actually pick what it is that you want. Now, as you level up, I said you unlock these. I can't pick these now because they're not unlocked. The unlocks stay for all the characters. You see, these are not picked yet. This is how a picked one looks. The picked ones are the ones highlighted. But these are unlocked, but I only have 1 point. The 1 point is shared between all, but if I use it here, I'm not gonna have a point left for any of the other characters. Okay, so once you unlock the talent, You then have to actually put it inside of your body. Just having it unlocked won't do anything. You can also find upgrades as you do missions. You don't only unlock them through your skill tree. But as you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 unlocked, and they cost even more resources to unlock. This is where I think that the game could be a bit more balanced. It could offer you more resources because it takes a whole lot of time grinding for it, and there is so many things to unlock and do with it. But say that I want this. I want fuel reserves. It then turns into a DNA tree. You can only have as many upgrades as your hexagon DNA tree fits, and they're all laid out differently. So this one, if I were smart, I would put it like this to save space. Then maybe put this one, I don't know. You gotta do a little bit of puzzling to fit as many upgrades as you possibly can, but this is the maximum that you can have. And then comes the actual weapons. You pick the weapons you want here. You can have 2 at the same time. You can unlock more with resources, and some of them requires you to reach a certain level. I'm level 7 right now, so I could buy this, but I need the yellow resource. That means I should jump into a mission that drops the yellow resource. Once I unlocked it, they also have upgrades. These are upgrades that you find during the missions. If you don't want it, don't unlock it. You can just scrap it. You get a little bit of resources, very little resources by scrapping something, so that's why I haven't scrapped it. But say that I want this. Reload speed is increased, but magazine size is decreased. You see how much it costs at the bottom here? 62.1314. That's what it's gonna cost for me to unlock it, and then I have to put it into the weapons DNA hexagon thing. And that's how it works for all weapons. That's how you actually make them stronger. Each weapon will also level up, and each level up will give you a resource or something different. Then you have the storage. In here you gather all your resources, but you can also find things in the world by exploring. There are like chests and things that you can open. They will give you things like this: bootleg replicator. Any standard resources you gather during your next missions are doubled upon mission completion. So if I activate this, it will work for 1 mission. This one is a ricocheting shotgun. Fires fast as hell. Can zoom in with it. Then we have this one. Can zoom in. This one also has an upgrade where it alters the secondary fire of it. If you kill things with it, it will charge up. And once it's charged up, it will shoot a beam. Much like this weapon that has it as standard. This is more of a precision rifle. Once you charge this one up, it will shoot a beam that deals a ton of damage. Then you have this guy's abilities. Locking into enemy, firing rockets. Flying in the air or gliding in the air. Just like that. And then you have the grenades. I have an acid grenade because I am trying to focus all my upgrades and weapon upgrades on acid. So I want to make me kill as fast as possible with acid, which is where the synergies come to play. And if you have a team that you play this with, you can combine your synergies to create something really, really freaking deadly. Now I hope that gave you a glimpse into the upgrades, the abilities, the weapons, and how they actually fire. They feel great to fire. It feels great killing in this game, and it's super fun. The movement is slick as hell. You can also slide, jump slide. You can do that an infinite amount of times, so there's no thing as such as stamina in this game. That doesn't even exist, which is really, really nice. You can really traverse the big maps fast, and say that you have to revive someone, boom, it will go super fast if you utilize the movement in the game. Now, back to Slim and his review. Now this is without a doubt the most interesting type of enemy I have come across in a video game. Every enemy consists of a core, some small, some huge, and the smaller ones are easier to kill while the huge ones act almost as mini-bosses and big bosses. What is interesting about them, however, is that they collect whatever weapons they come across, or limbs, arms, legs, etc. They quickly adapt and use what they got in the best possible way. To make them stop doing that, you have to kill the actual core itself that is in the middle of all these humongous sword arms, cannons, shield generators, and lasers. It often creates some very interesting combinations, and you're never sure what kind of abomination is heading towards you. But the fact that this system works at all is extremely impressive. I haven't really seen anything quite like this before, especially not to this degree. And then the enemies being smart enough to adapt to the situation, picking up things that are close to them, and actually utilize them in the midst of absolute total complete carnage is quite impressive programming right there. The levels themselves are maybe the least impressive thing in the whole game, and they can be quite impressive at times, but for the most time they're quite bland with some buildings or hills here and there, and at the same time it has to be like that. The game offers a ton of different difficulty levels and each of them amps up the rampage. So when you crank it up enough, like I have in the footage rolling, well, you need space to utilize the movement and evade the enemies, otherwise you're dead meat. As well as the enemies having somewhere to be on the map. I mean, it's not just me who needs space. To conclude it, I had a shit ton of fun playing this game. I played it with Maggot Brain, The Killing Joke, and Tombstone that are in the community. They're in the Discord that is linked down in the description. You should definitely join it. It's a pretty cool place. We laughed so hard at moments in the hub world. We were sweating our balls off as we tried to complete objectives, amping up the difficulty as much as we could to make it really challenging and fun. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but the revive system works like this. You can revive a teammate as many times as you wish, but if someone dies, he is split in half, so you have to pick up his torso and then you have to connect his torso to his legs or vice versa. It's a super cool revive function, and all of these very unique and quite advanced mechanics make it so that bots would simply not work in this game, so that's why there are no bots in the game. But you can jump into a mission solo if you want to, but then it's you and you alone. That I wish that there was more missions. Yes, the missions, they do get a little bit repetitive, but they are not placed in the same location all the time. They are spread out differently, so the path to the missions are always a little bit different. It's a lot better than many games out there, but I do wish that there was a little bit more of everything, a little bit more weapons, maybe some other type of enemy than just the morphing cores, even though they are cool as hell. Now the game is dropping into early access. I'm not 100% sure how much is coming during the early access period, but I for one cannot wait to grind up a character, make it stronger, and see what new shit is coming, because I had so much fun playing this game and I highly recommend it. Broskis, thank you a million times for watching this review. I hope that you got some information from it. I hope that it brought you some value, and I hope that it gives you enough information so that you can evaluate if this game is for you or not. Nonetheless, if you're looking for more awesome first-person shooters just like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe, and while you're at it, join the Discord, link down in the description. And Papa Slim, he will see you in the next one. Over and out.